Let's put it like this. When Leo Fender developed in 1953 the first Stratocaster guitar, he had to wait for Jimi Hendrix to see what really could be done with it. With Tweening Engine, we are in a similar situation. We can define websites in a totally new way with the Tweening Engine due to modern HTML5 technologies. And we are very pleased by the first results. But to see what's really possible, we need your creativity, because we are strongly convinced that it's you who will show us the real potentials of the Tweening Engine. So please, experiment with it and send us your results. We would love to show the world your works. Okay, here are some instructions on how it works. Technically, it is very easy. The Tweening Engine has a simple and convenient interface, which is structured like this. 1. On the top, you'll find buttons like A. List. Here you can access existing projects. B. Add text. Create a new tween object. C. Add image. Works like add text. D. Preview. Click on it to trigger current tweening application. E. Save and save as to save projects. 2. In the center, you'll find a big white box. We call it Stage. 3. On the right side, you find an extruder labeled Properties, which is divided into 2 tabs. A. Objects. That's what you'll need most of the time. B. And Stage. Here you can define the height of the preview area, but not the width, because this will automatically be adjusted to your current website. 4. On the bottom of the page, you find the timeline. Let's now create a first animation to see how it works. 1. We click on the button Add Text. By this we create A. A tween object, which takes place in the stage. B. An orange-yellow tween manager object, which takes in timeline. 2. We click in stage on the tween object puzzle 1 to activate it. 3. In properties, we replace the lorem ipsum text for the tween object through puzzle 1. 4. In timeline, we replace on the left side text 1 through puzzle 1. 5. Now we're ready to animate tween object puzzle 1. For this, we work like this. A. We drag the tween manager duration to 3 seconds. B. We click on the left part of the tween manager. We call this tween manager start. It turns orange here. We set in properties, in field X, value -500. C. We click in tween manager on the right part. We call this part tween manager end. It turns orange. Here we set in properties, in field X, value 200. D. We click preview and see how our tween object puzzle 1 runs from left to right. E. We shorten the time for tween manager just by dragging from 3 to 0.5 seconds. After that, we click again on preview, and now it runs much faster because it has to manage the same distance in less time. F. We add easing bounced on easing out and click again on preview. G. Finally, we save our project and give it the name Hall of Fame. Okay, so far this is the basics. We'll have to come back later one more time to adjust some things, but for the moment we can let it be like this. Tutorial Video 3. Now we want to see that our animation puzzle 1 becomes visible to our page visitors. To do so, we have to work like this. 1. We open a page in JB Backend. 2. We choose an object like text, image, or whatever, which we'll want to animate. We call this object Tween Target. 3. By mousing over Tween Target, we see a blue icon. 4. We click on Tween Icon, an overlay opens. Here we select A. Tween Name Hall of Fame. B. Tween Object Puzzle 1. C. After that, we click on OK. 5. We save the page, click Preview, and it works, but it doesn't look very cool because the animated object is too small compared to what we see in the back end. Okay, we expected this. Let us show you in the next chapter what we have to do to make it work perfectly. 1. We provide us data X, Y, H, W from Tween Target. 2. We place Tween Target Date in Tweening Engine in the last properties field, Tween Manager End. We call this field Tween Ending. 3. We save the project. 4. Refresh the page in front end. Now it works fine. Please note, Tween Ending is the last part of Tween Manager in the timeline. The reason why this can be different from Tween Manager End is that you can have several Tween Manager objects in the timeline. This is actually very cool because it allows you to make complex animations. Let us now show you some tricks to make our puzzle movie complete and awesome. 1. We create a new tween object and call it Puzzle 2 by repeating what we showed you already above. 2. After that, we operate like this. A. We move the Tween Manager for Puzzle 2 in the timeline to the right side. B. We click in Timeline on the right side on the green plus sign icon. By this, we have a second Tween Manager object in the timeline. Let us call it Tween Manager 2. C. In Properties, we set value Scale X and Scale Y to 0. We do this for Tween Manager Start and Tween Manager End. By this, the tween object will be invisible on the stage during the duration of Tween Manager 2. After that, we drag Tween Manager 2 .length to manage its duration time. So basically, from the point of view of a director, we determine the time from how long the Tween Manager 2 will be invisible. From the perspective of the audience, we define at what moment Tween Manager 2 will appear on the stage. Later on, repeat this and create tween object for Puzzle 3 and Puzzle 4. After that, we make the connection between tween object and tween target. And here's the result.